Good morning and welcome to another Andrew Thrills vlog coming from you from the Disneyland Park in Disneyland Paris. It's very early, it's just 8:30. The park is just opened for the extra magic hours, which is a perk you get when you stay at any of the hotels at the moment. So you get into the park for an extra hour, 8:30 to 9:30. And basically it allows you to get on most of the rides before anyone else does. The day visitors from here in France, of course. You can see that people managed to get in really sharp on time already. I mean, it's literally just been 10 minutes that the magic hours have started, so it's a real rush in, but it's cool. Having a good time the last couple of days. Here is my first visit in 10 years, as I keep saying, and not a lot has changed, especially in the Disneyland Park, to be fair. I mean, things have been maintained really well. To be fair, things look very fresh. The biggest changes have happened in the Walt Disney Studios park. The Ratatouille ride is probably the biggest change, I would say. That really is a massive addition. I think that's a great ride. That was absolutely awesome riding that yesterday. It's much better than Symbolica in my opinion. It's the same kind of trackless dark ride technology they use. But yeah, it's just really well done. I like Ratatouille, the movie, and the way they combine the French and English is done really well. It's the perfect ride for this park. It's probably the perfect ride for this park, if I'm being honest with you. Check if Hyperspace Mountain is open or not. And of course you can see the construction work going on here at Autopia. That ride always seems to be closed whenever I visit. I think it was closed 10 years ago. I think Hyperspace Mountain is not open. No, it's closed. Oh well. Well, that was a waste of time. Here you can get the Hyperspace Mountain Fast Pass normally during normal opening hours and when the ride's operating, of course. I guess I could have another go on Star Tours since I'm here. I think after that I'll make my way over to Big Thunder Mountain. What was interesting though about Star Tours, like I said, is there was a different scene in there for in the middle where there's like a sort of projection. The first time I did it was like this Poe Dameron thing, and the second time is this Masquerade. So who knows how many they've got? I have no idea. And I don't know if those other main scenes that you see, Jakku and in Crate, I don't know if those ever change. Cool little Wall-E characters here. Wall-E is another great movie in my opinion, and really a movie that deserves a ride as well, I would say. I'd like to see Disney use some of those characters instead of focusing so much on Star Wars, and Marvel is the next one they're going to make loads of rides for.
How high up they are when they start going?
It says 5 minutes. Yeah. Try again. See if there's another scene in here. Who knows? If there's not, this is going to be my third and last time on Star Tours for a while, I think.
All passengers must be trans-dimensional.
Veuillez suivre les consignes de sécurité suivantes. Quand les portes automatiques s'ouvriront, empruntez la rampe jusqu'à la cabine. Allez jusqu'au bout de votre rangée et occupez tous les sièges disponibles. La réglementation galactique stipule que tous vos effets doivent être placés dans le compartiment se trouvant sous votre siège. Pour vous attacher, tirez sur le cordon jaune pour des instants. Merci. passagers doivent se tenir prêts pour un embarquement immédiat.
Well, out of the 3 goes I've had on Star Tours, that was by far the best one because the entire ride was in English, which is interesting. I didn't know they could actually switch to another language, which is obviously the same system as the Tower of Terror. And there you get the option if it's in English and French, and quite often you'll find it's going to be set to French because, of course, most of the visitors here are from France. Well, it's about 50%, I believe. But yeah, the entire ride was in English, so C-3PO English, and so the movie actually started with Kylo Ren this time, which I thought was much better than just a random robot that finds the intruder on the Star Tours speeder. So that was a bit better, and then we got Poe Dameron in English and Maz Kanata, which is probably the most convincing 3D effect, somewhere in the middle. And then actually General Hux was there as well, which is quite cool. You saw him at the end. Oh, different exit. So during the magic hours you don't go through the shop, you come out through a different exit. Yeah, it's good to get on Star Tours after having a decent ride, a little bit better because of the language. It definitely makes a big difference. I think the problem with the new Star Tours is that there is so much talk, you know, more than in the first version, I think. And as a result, it's a little bit, it comes across a little bit disjointed if you don't understand French and you just see things happening. But the English version, it definitely made a little bit more sense to me. But I still would say bring back the old one if they could, but I'm sure young people wouldn't be happy with that, seeing miniatures instead of CGI, which they're very much growing up with these days in movies. So anyway, let's see if we can still get on Big Thunder Mountain whilst we're in this extra magic hours. And I'll make up for not getting on Hyperspace Mountain, I'm sure. I love Big Thunder Mountain. I think Frontierland has definitely got the best theming. Big Thunder Mountain. It's definitely the most themed area in any of these lands. Adventureland is quite nice, but it's beyond the big pirate ship and the skull rock and a lot of the shrubbery around and the Robinson Crusoe tree. Other than that, there's not that much. Whereas Frontierland has just got theming all the way around, really. It's pretty awesome how they've done this. So anyway, let's see if we can get on Big Thunder Mountain at least once during this extra magic hours. I might give it 2 goes in a row. The queue isn't too bad. And we'll see if we can get on after that. There's a lot of walking when you come to this park. Take a good pair of shoes. Absolutely. Five minutes. We'll see. Now it'd be nice to get a couple of re-rides in. If it is really 5 minutes, I might go on like 3 times or 4 times, who knows? We'll see. Most of the time is going to be spent just walking through the queue line, which is enormous in this ride. But it allows you to soak up some of the atmosphere and theming around you, which is lovely. see people's reactions on this ride. It's a very good family roller coaster, really. So had 4 goes on Big Thunder Mountain, which was great. They were mostly in the middle of the train. In the back it's the best because you just go straight down those little inclines because they're not really that tall, so it definitely makes a big difference if you're in the back, I always find. But I managed to get a little POV close to the front, so I hope you enjoyed watching that. Yeah, they were great goes on the ride. It's also interesting to see when they were adding a train onto the track, as we're now out of the extra magic hours, so obviously the capacity has to increase. There's more people getting into the park. So probably going to get on Phantom Manor, that's over there, that just recently reopened. Do that for a second time this week. And old ducks swimming here. And yeah, what else can I do? There's a lot in this park. Probably get on Indiana Jones again after that if the queue isn't too long. But I'll have a little look. Might get another POV of Phantom Manor or some of the highlights, and then head over to Adventureland. This is an interesting little secret place that's behind the shooting gallery. Not many people know about it, I think. It's a nice little place to come. Very quiet. It's just a couple of corners you have to pass, so that's why a lot of people probably won't attempt going over here. There used to be a bench behind there, but that's no longer there. Yeah, having a good morning in Disneyland so far. Star Tours, like I said, was probably the best out of the 3 goes I've had so far. I might not attempt doing that again because I'm just a bit worried it'll be all in French again. It was good seeing it in English. I had no idea if that was even possible. In that sense, it's very similar to Twilight Zone, that can be either French or English in this park. Well, that's in the Walt Disney Studios, of course, but it's just your luck. And it depends who you're with and who the ride operator is. Because sometimes they'll ask, you know, if who speaks English, who speaks French, then I guess based on that they can switch it. But as far as I've seen so far, most of the ride operators don't bother even asking. So yeah, let's go on Phantom Manor and then head over to Adventureland, like I said. Looks like it's a little bit warmer today. Last couple of days have been very sunny, but not necessarily very warm. Five-minute wait time, Phantom Manor. The goes out on Big Thunder Mountain were literally 5 minutes waiting time, and they're quite right. A little longer to wait when they were getting the last train on, which I don't know if that was the 5th train, maybe in the 4th or the 5th they were adding. It can run 5 trains as far as I'm aware. I don't remember many years ago when I was in the park seeing them, you know, all the trains in storage at the end of the day, and they just kept one train on the ride late at night, one of those 11 o'clock closures. And that was fascinating to see. Yeah, it looks like this is literally 5 minutes, maybe even less. Let's go on Phantom Manor for the 2nd time since refurbishment.
Perhaps you sense a disquieting metamorphosis. Hélas, les choses ne sont pas toujours ce qu'elles paraissent. Et tous les contes n'ont pas de fin heureuse.
It appears everyone is doomed in Phantom Manor.
Even you? And notice this. This chamber has no windows and no doors, which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Par ailleurs, il n'y a ni porte, ni fenêtre. Par où sortir? Si vous ne trouvez pas le moyen de vous échapper, le fantôme des lieux se fera un plaisir de vous aider. I didn't mean to frighten you prematurely. Venez donc faire la connaissance de la future.
Yeah, good ride on Phantom Manor. I have noticed one thing that's not the same as it used to be at the end. Before you get the... Well, obviously there's a couple of things that are different. When at the very end, when the pods you're in, the cars you're in, they turn around and face the mirrors, you used to see like a sort of skeleton hug the actual car. Which is quite cool. And now they've placed like this woman that's in that ghost house that it's all about, I guess. She's projected in there in the middle, and I think she says something like along the lines of marry me or something like that. And what I did notice the difference before is that before it goes to that mirror section is you used to see like a sort of skeleton with her clothing, which meant it was her that was dead, and she was sort of reaching to the heavens or something like that, as if she was escaping that hell or something. I don't know quite sure what the story is, but that was always a cool scene to see. That's gone. That's no longer there. I don't know if that's going to come back. Probably not. But yeah, that's just a couple of things that I noticed that are definitely different from before it was refurbished, I guess. So it looks like it's not too busy today, but Hyperspace Mountain is reopened, so I might try and get on that. And I might head over to the Walt Disney Studios park. I've still got a couple of rides in Fantasyland to do that I haven't done since I've been here. But yeah, I've been having quite a few re-rides on things already. Definitely like to get on Twilight Zone again a couple of times. It's great doing that in English yesterday for the first time in a long time. I think the first time I did Twilight Zone, it only just opened, or it was like a sort of soft opening, and that was back in December 2007. And yeah, it was good. And the very first time it was in English, and every subsequent time I ever wrote it, it was always in French. So I got the feeling that it was only ever going to be in French after that. But having seen some POVs and stuff, I realized it's again something they could switch. So it's cool to do it in English yesterday. So so you can get on Hyperspace Mountain and then head over to the Walt Disney Studios park, or do Fantasyland. I'll see what I do. I think Hyperspace Mountain is literally just reopened. No queue time on the board. That's all right. It's 50 minutes. They do have a single rider's queue, but it's not open at the moment. See what it's like. I have to do the long walk all the way to the ride. I think this and Big Thunder Mountain have got the longest queue lines in the entire park, really. Definitely of the coasters. And like I said, it's because the queue line is being sort of themed around Star Wars as well in certain areas. It makes me think that this is Hyperspace Mountain is a permanent fixture, regardless of what a lot of people claim, who say that it's temporary. I don't believe that.
Please remember to place all hats.
Das ist doch das. Aber was macht das genau? Das habe ich nicht verstanden. Das vergiftet ist. Aber inwiefern?
Yeah, good ride on Hyperspace Mountain. It's a bit bizarre. It stopped midway through. This is the second short lift hill where there's a big sort of projection of a Star Destroyer, and yeah, the ride sort of stopped for about I don't know, about a minute. So that was quite funny. The music stops and all the effects are switched off, and then as soon as it continues, the effects restart, but the music is sort of triggered in different places, so it sort of started way at the end again. So it was a bit weird. But the new Vekoma restraints definitely help on there, which I'm not sure when they were added. I don't know if the trains were actually replaced or if it was just the restraints that were put on there. But they definitely make a difference. A bit more comfortable. At the same time, I just can't remember Space Mountain being kind of rough and as bumpy as that is now, but maybe it was, I don't know, it's really hard to say. It's definitely a little bit, I find that all the coasters have gotten a little bit bumpy in here, Disneyland, except for Crush's coaster, that's very smooth. So yeah, good little go on that. Probably head over to the movie park, maybe something to drink, some lunch, and then go on some more rides. So, it's been a couple hours since I've vlogged. I went back to the hotel just to get rid of my jacket and put a hat on just because it's a lot warmer today, and had something to eat. I was actually in the Animagique theater watching the new show, the Mickey and the Magician, and it was really good actually, but unfortunately they had to stop the show. I have no idea really what the issue was. The curtains just closed. I think it was close to the final couple of scenes, or final scene maybe even. We just seen like the part where, it's a bit of a spoiler, there's a part where they do a song from Frozen, Let It Go of course, and the effects are really good. The whole show is just really well done. It's probably better than what used to be in there, even though I really liked Animagique. But yeah, it's really weird. So hopefully everyone was all right. Hopefully no one was taken ill or anything with the cast or crew. And I'm sure they'll get it back up and running tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to be on today. It could even be a technical glitch, you know, with the staging, because there was a lot of moving parts with the stage. So yeah, that was one of those things, unfortunately. Try again tomorrow or Thursday. I'm here as well. Definitely like to see the full show. Might be able to capture a little bit, but there's not really that much point. You should really come out and see the whole thing yourself. And anyway, I'll try and get on some more rides in this park whilst I'm here anyway. I'll try and get on Ratatouille again. The queues are really not that bad, even though the park looks quite busy. But the queues are really not bad, so we'll try and get on Ratatouille, I think, and maybe some of the other rides. It's amazing weather today. It's a little bit warmer, which is great. Really, it's great just to get rid of winter jackets. It's one of those pet hates, wearing a winter jacket and being in a theme park. But anyway, let's get on Ratatouille and then see what else we can go on.
Is there already des invités pour le dîner?
Yes, what here? Hein? Pour le repas idéal? Coq au vin? Non. A simple omelet? Too simple.
Voilà!
Mais oui, that's it! Alors c'est vous. My way. Vous serez toujours les bienvenus, chers amis. À bientôt et bon appétit. Et Mino. Au revoir.
Si vous restez à la traîne, ne verrez jamais ce qui vous attend.
So nice go on that Ratatouille again. Managed to film a little POV of that. Yeah, great ride. Much better than the likes of Symbolica at the Efteling. Really well done with the screens. I actually missed a couple of things. It's a kind of ride you have to ride a couple of times to see all the detail, I think. You know, like I missed the bit with the champagne bottle being opened the first time, but it's really cool. And yeah, it's just a really cool ride. And it's nice that it's kind of random. The big screens, this like the pods take like a different position each time, so sometimes you're right in the middle, sometimes it's sort of sideways, but it's just really clever how it's done with the computer. All works all out, I guess. But anyway, I'll probably go on a ride I haven't gone on in years, which is Flying Carpets of Agrabah, the Aladdin genie ride that's here. Go on that and then see if I can do another ride in this park before I make my way back to the main Disneyland park later on. So I'll try that now.
Congratulations! You were fabulous! Please remain seated until your magic carpet comes to a complete stop. Gather your personal belongings and follow the exit signs to clear the set.
Are all my actors here? Fantastic! Places, everyone. Okay, big smiles, everybody. Stand by the roll. Action! All right, everyone. Let's see those early ones.
Yeah, fun little ride on that. Maybe it could do with a little bit of a spruce up, certainly because the movie's coming out with Will Smith, the live action Aladdin movie, but it's okay. Just another ride to tick off the list of the rides that are available in this park. So see what we can get on next. Maybe Tower of Terror. So made my way over to Rock and Roller Coaster. It's surprisingly busy, this area, for the time of day. I remember coming here around about, it's 5 o'clock now, around about 5 o'clock, and it would be dead. And you could literally get on the ride. Bonjour. You could literally go on the ride in 5 minutes. So there's a bit more of a queue now. Possibly should have gone a fast pass with it. We'll try it anyway. Let's see what it's like.
What a crowd, what a mob, what a ride, what an experience, Ali! Unreal. I was on the track going like this, right? 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, and I got right about to here, and I thought I was gonna lose it, and I felt like I was hearing going down! It was a beautiful thing. Hey, people! What's happening out there?
Listen, Steven, you know you wanted to
On vient de m'informer que nous sommes prêts à accueillir nos VIP dans la zone d'essai pour leur voyage test.
I just got word that the
Tu vas aller voir partir.
Yeah, another go on Rock and Roller Coaster. The back row this time, but yeah, it's still quite bumpy even there. It's probably a little bit there, the rides in there, but still quite bumpy. Showing its age perhaps, with the, again, some of the speakers not quite working. Shame. But it's good anyway, mostly. So probably make my way to the other park and see what we can do there.
Please welcome my special friends who decided to participate with all of us in the great adventure in the Wild West. Mesdames et messieurs, et vous les enfants, Mickey, Minnie et leurs amis!
Another thing, folks, this little lady right here, she can shoot the pit out of an ace of spades and the flame right off a candle.
Talking of candles, look right there, Colonel Cody.
Look right over. Oh, I see what you mean. Here, let me get out of your way. Oh, well, now, Annie, that was the kind of shooting that made Chief City Wolf. truth. But the truth is, my stomach's as empty as this here Arizona desert.
Yeah, well, my stomach's emptier than the space between Josh's ears.
Yeah, Josh. Hey, Josh.
No, I'm Josh. Oh, I'm Josh. Sorry.
What are you cooking tonight?
Well, now it's bean stew. You don't want to know what it's bean? He wants to know what it's going to be later. It's bean.
What recipe do you use?
Now, first you put in some beans.
Uh-huh.
And then you add some more beans.
And then
we cook it.
Did you ever think about putting in some meat?
I don't like thinking meat. That's a good idea. Here, hold That's a good idea. Hey, Get away from them. We taking these cattle to Dodge City, not eating them on the way. What the heck are you doing? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness. Look over here. It's a chick. Well now, this scrawny little bird, it ain't gonna feed many. I'll eat it then. Oh wow! Yes! Woo! That's more like it. I can make me a Thanksgiving dinner out of that bird. I don't care what you can make out of that dang bird. You nearly killed me. Oh, what do you want to do?
Starts on the line. They're all yours.
Thank you, Colonel William Frederick Cody. Hello, everyone. Let's see how you do shooting with the professionals. It's real easy. I'm going to show you how. All you have to do, folks, is this. Come on. It's easy shooting a tiny little bee off a honey pot. Let's get serious. Now, guess what? One of you will go first. Will it be gold? Will it be blue, green, red? I want to hear from somebody. Colorado, you're the first. Let's go, cowboy. Come here. Come on, say hello to your ranch. Not very nice. Don't do that. All right. Look at the target. Aim for the bullseye. And good luck, sir. Oh, no. What happened? You nearly shot the eagle.
Well, do my hand, Colorado. It's not easy going first.
How about the gentleman from Montana? Looks like an outdoors man. Come on. Look at your man. Come on, everyone. All right, here we go. Good luck. That's a good shot. You're in the lead, Montana.
Give my hand, Montana.
One way to put your lights out at that. I'm gonna wave to Texas. Colonel Cody, we need a woman to get the job done, right? Yeah, no. You have that case for us, Thanksgiving. Good luck. That's the best shot so far. Wyoming.
Well, give her a hand, Wyoming.
I'm turning a little bit of the target for my last contestant. I'm talking to you, Texas. Hello. Yeah, lots of fans. Hello. You're my last remaining hope, young man. I want you to aim like your life depends on it.
Oh, knock it off, clowns. Come on now, you know Annie was a good shot at that age. Come on, let's go.
Aiming? Hang on a minute. Okay. Right. Woo!
Oh, that's a ricochet.
It's a ricochet. Be careful.
Where is it?
It's a bullseye.
Oh, bullseye! Carter, that was the fanciest ricochet shooting that I have ever seen. Annie.
Goodbye.
Congratulations, Montana. Now, our third event is a wrestling game from the Old West. You'll see the old war timepiece. That is there, because all of our events are classroom. Ready, set, and move! On and off again, no catch!
Passez que ça, vous savez.
We'll move it on, second man!
Tricky boy! Hopla, hopla! Bye-bye! There you go. That's 30 seconds.
The game is played.
Come on now, get there tied up. You got work to do. We got. Oh, come on. Hey, ah, there, got you down. Bring it. Yes, I will! Down, performance! Yes! Go! Fire! Go! You ready?
That was a mighty close shave. Just remember, the 5th Cavalry always gets there on time. I hope you folks from the Blue Moon Range of Wyoming weren't too badly shaken up. Without your help, these outlaws, but out of all the foreign capitals that I have visited, Paris has always been my favorite. And not just because of the champagne.
There he is. Here's to many more visits!
A la prochaine! Out of the deepest respect that I have for you as the greatest of the French impresarios, I'd like to give you a token of my esteem. My steps have received hardcore news! Hardcore! Boys and girls, thank you for allowing me to present to you this Congress of Rough Riders of the Old West. Bye, man.